Hi, my name is Tennille Hay and I'm from Strive Health Management, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the difficulties that some women find with holding the bar across their shoulder girdle during a front squat. So there's a few reasons why this can become difficult, varying from thoracic extension to wrist extension flexibility, the strength of the upper rotators in the scapula, strength of the mid-back, and even clavicle elevation. So instead of going through everything, it could be one thing, it could be many things, I'm just going to break it down into three main things that I find are the most common areas of difficulty. So the first area of difficulty that I find is the most common is having sufficient amount of thoracic extension. So in order for the bar to actually be able to balance across your shoulder girdle, you need to have an appropriate amount of thoracic extension. Otherwise, the shoulders will roll forward anteriorly, which really shifts your centre of gravity forward, which makes it really inefficient to hold the bar, and you basically won't be able to hold the weight of the bar. So coming under the bar, really extend through that thoracic spine, and as you can see, my shoulders will roll back, making it really easy to just balance that bar across my shoulders. Otherwise, as soon as I start to curve around a little bit, that shifts forward and makes it really difficult for me to hold the bar, which means you won't be able to hold the bar properly. So it's obviously really important when you are performing a front squat itself. You won't be able to get up to the weight that you can probably actually squat with if you don't have that thoracic extension. So in summary, if you have that to keep the weight of the bar, you need that thoracic extension, otherwise the bar will roll forward. So in order to help with this thoracic extension, I'm going to show you three of the main thoracic extension mobility exercises that I tend to use. So the first one is the foam roller. So the reason why the foam rollers are fantastic is because not only do you get that myofascial release, but you will also get the joint articulations at the same time. So you're just extending over that roller, rolling down to the bottom of your rib cage, all the way back up again. The second one that is fantastic is overhead squats at the wall. So basically you are doing an overhead squat, but you've just got your hands up and sliding along the wall. So facing the wall, coming down as low as you can, and then straight back up again. Squatting down as low as you can, and then straight back up. The reason why I think this one is really good is because basically you can't cheat. Because you've got your hands on the wall, your hands need to be behind your ears, and you really need to extend, otherwise you're just going to drift forward. If you don't have the wall in front of you, you tend to drift forward a little bit. So it's a great way of reinforcing that extension. The last one is squat to stance. So if you touch your toes, bringing that extension through your spine, coming back up again. This one's really good because you can anchor your elbows down in between your knees and really use that as leverage to pull your chest through. So they're the three main thoracic extension exercises that I tend to give out if people are struggling to get into that extension point for your front squat position. So the other two difficult factors that may contribute to getting that bar position during the front squat may be getting that flexion and external rotation in the shoulders themselves. This may be a structural thing. It may be the head of the humerus is just a little bit too big for that socket. Otherwise, it may be just a flexibility and mobility issue. So to do that, it's just a matter of practicing getting into that position, just as simple as that. So a good one we do here at Strive is just holding onto a band. Make sure you've got your hand supinated, so you've got that external position through the shoulder. And all you simply do is try and pull your elbow down and then let it come back out again. So it's like PNF stretching, really contracting down and then letting your elbow come back again, so you're getting that flexion again through that shoulder. So just a really simple exercise, but it's just getting people used to getting into that position, and you've got that really good PNF stretch complex going on as well. The third factor that I think is a big contributor is getting into that wrist extension. Another really good exercise, which is quite similar to doing a bit of a knee to wall action for your ankle, is just kneeling down, getting into wrist extension, and you can just move through different planes, so sagittal, frontal, or even transverse, twisting it round. And it's just a matter of, again, keeping it really simple and just practicing getting into that position. It also could be a little bit of tension through carpal tunnel, so doing that sort of neural release would be really helpful. So basically it's just the three factors that I find are most common is getting enough thoracic extension, getting that actual flexion and external rotation through your shoulders, and then having enough wrist extension and flexibility as well. So hopefully that's helped you today. Try and narrow down the reasons as to why people struggle getting into that position. It can be so many different factors, but they're the three that I seem to be finding are most common.